Hello, everyone. It's Josh. Before this episode starts, I did want to let you know that there's going to be some bonus content at the end of the episode, something that we recorded before we actually started doing the episode. So stick around after we say goodbye. You can hear us just kind of messing around and making jokes. Yeah, so enjoy this episode, and we'll see you afterwards.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. It's called One for the Other. We talk about, stuff and things. And sometimes this is terrible.
Sometimes things and stuff.
Sometimes
Just whenever we're feeling like it. It's a chill day.
it's
It be
raining
raining.
outside all day.
Oh, it's been raining. It's
Gonna kill myself. How do people live in Seattle? Answer me that one. God.
They not enough hardware stores. Can't find any rope.
Or gun stores. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. I'm Lane. That's Josh. We're doing a podcast about music and movies. We pick one out. We pick a record out. We pick a movie out every week. We watch it. We talk about it. That's the whole fucking podcast. Okay, leave now.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done. We're done here. Okay, but the record that oh shit, I gotta pull up some shit. Give me a second. We're professionals here at the podcast.
Yes.
We have state-of-the-art facilities, and
we don't ever show up late.
never. We actually don't. We're always on time. Yes.
You were late today.
a minute late. A minute late.
Like 2 or 3.
A minute late. That's what you call late?
Yeah.
Suck my tiny fucking wiener.
It has the word late in it. That is late.
Okay. Do you have your shit pulled up?
I'm ready.
You ready? You're always ready. Fuck you. Okay.
I'm not doing anything. So
Okay. The record that I recommended, we both listened to last week, was The Life of Pablo by Kanye West. It was released Valentine's Day 2016. Did you know that? Just for Valentine's Day. So yeah, I've listened to this a little bit before. I recommended it, not too much. I know Josh hadn't listened to it. So Josh, what were your first impressions with this Kanye West record?
Oh, did you hear that?
No. Did you shit
Okay, good.
and fart? And
No, I
cum?
burped and I tried to cover my mouth, but I saw my Discord dude light up a little bit, so
I didn't
I hope
hear
that didn't get picked up. The Life of Pablo
Yeah.
by Kanye West. I fucking hate this album.
Whoa! You do?
Dude, this album sucks fucking ass. There's like 2 good songs on the entire record.
Damn.
It's fucking so long.
It is.
None of these
very
songs
long.
he only did like 1 song essentially, and the rest he just did half of it and then stopped. It's really weird. The themes and stuff are weird. He's married and has 2 kids, but he's still rapping about how many bitches he fucks.
No,
And
he's not. That's what he's not rapping about, you fuckhead. He's like, I need to stay loyal. I need to stay loyal to the kids and the fam. But he is also a bipolar megalomaniac, so that, I don't know. It doesn't come across well.
He does. He raps so much. There's so much on this album, and I don't care about that in like just rap of being like, yeah, I fuck all the bitches. Like, do it. That's great. That's a thing in hip hop. It's weird if you're married and have a kid and another on the way. Like, it's not either you're like just out here being like, I don't care about my wife, or you're just lying.
Do you think he cares about his wife? Do you think he really goes home every day and he's like satisfied and fulfilled?
I don't know. Ever put myself in Kanye West's mind. He is.
I know, and that's
too
kind
much.
That's kind of why I really like this record. Sorry,
No.
I
didn't. Okay.
It's kind of good. I kind of really like it.
No, it's none of it's not finished.
What do you? It's an hour long. It is finished. Every track. It's more finished than that fucking hardcore record. Or no, I'm thinking of the Diet Sig record. That's only like a minute fucking song for each song.
That's the same problem I had with this, where you have songs that are either, hold on, I gotta pull up the album on Spoofy here for a second, but you have songs that are either a minute and are nothing, or you're spending a fucking ton of time on bullshit, on just
What
nothing.
do you
Like,
mean? What do you mean nothing? It's cool. Okay, okay. Let me tell you what I like about this record and try to change your mind, okay?
tell me why you're wrong.
I'll tell you why I'm right and why you're wrong, you fuckhead. Okay, Kanye West is a very fucking weird dude. He's like, he, I don't know if he probably wrote this whole record in a manic fucking episode, because that's kind of how a lot of the beats sound, you know? A lot of the beats kind of change very, very quickly and very, very often. And I fucking love that. I love how, you know, the beat in Famous, it has that thing at the end. I fucking love that. And the lyrical content was fucking hilarious. He's talking about how he wants to fuck Taylor Swift and how he
No, that
made
was
that
fucking
bitch famous.
stupid.
It's so
Full of
funny.
himself.
There's so many fucking good and hilarious lines in this record. Like the one about he puts the GoPro on his dick so he could rewatch himself having sex. Like, how can you not fucking giggle at that? That's so funny.
Only stupid line I liked on this one was I forget which song it is, but where he's like, the model that bleached her asshole.
The bleached
I'm gonna
asshole,
get
yeah.
bleach on my t-shirt. I'm gonna feel like an asshole. That was it. That was like the only lines I liked in this whole record.
Oh man, but it's
And it's just that it's not, I don't know. Maybe this is a thing. I don't listen to a lot of hip hop. So maybe this is just something that happens and I don't listen to the genre enough.
yeah.
But like half of this album isn't even fucking Kanye.
No, because a lot of it's well, every single track has some type of Kanye in it, whether it be producing or writing or whatever. But I actually really liked that it wasn't all Kanye. You know, if it was all Kanye, I probably wouldn't like the record as much. But since he had like fucking Kid Cudi, Chance the Rapper, he had Post Malone on a fucking song, and he had like Andre 3000 on a song. There's a song produced by Madlib, which is also the best song on the whole record.
Which song is that?
That's No More Parties in LA, which also has your favorite rapist. No, Kendrick Lamar is not a rapist.
So there were some decent those tracks where it's just like, I guess I like the tracks that were just like a hip hop song the best, where it's like No More Parties in LA. Actually, the thing about the Kendrick sample there, I thought that hurt the song, not the song, but the album, because that just made me want to listen to Kendrick instead. Because like, wow, I like how he sounds, and none of the rest of this record sounds like that.
That's fair.
And especially just like the way that he raps, but or like the lead single, obviously, Ultralight Beam, which is, that song is great, and I didn't realize this until like literally I think it was today. I was listening to this album on shuffle and Ultralight Beam came on after a few songs, and I was like, this just sounds so much cleaner. And like, it seems like there was actual like effort put into making this sound good. There are other, and some of these other songs, a lot of them don't, like the production is just not as clean, and it doesn't sound as good. You have an artist like Kanye, who's a big artist, who's done a bunch, like he can make a really clean production.
Yeah, and he did. That's what I'm not understanding with you right now. Like,
no, I listen
to the whole record sounds really good. Like, there's really good bass tones, and there's really good drum samples, and there's really good fucking leads and choruses, and everything sounds balanced, and there's there's nothing that's overpowering or nothing that you can't hear, you know? Like, Ultralight Beam, probably the best sounding song on the record because of how sparse and everything it sounds. Like, it has that weird organ sample or whatever. Bless you. And then it has that really pretty choir and everything. That sounds really good. But, you know, a lot of the fucking record, a lot of the songs on this record is really, really good. Like Wolves, that one was really good. That one sounded fucking amazing. I really liked that vocal sample on that one. And the bass line and the groove on Fade, you know, it's like super simple and super bare bones, but it like completely works for that track and what it's doing. So I don't know where you're coming from here. The whole record sounds really good.
Nah. I didn't like the sample on Wolves, actually. That's the only thing I wrote down for that song. Was just I did not like that sample at all.
Interesting. Is
I
it
thought
because
they were
it's meme
decent.
sample?
I don't know. I don't even recall it too much. I didn't think about it too much, but I was just like, I didn't like that sample. I thought most of like the samples and the beats sounded good. Like that was where I felt the strength of the album was more than the overall like songs and song structure and all. I just, I mean, I don't know.
I
A
just
lot of it
compare
was
this.
just dumb.
I'm just trying to compare this to a lot of recent releases because this was released 2016, fairly recently. But
Yeah.
you know, long enough ago. I don't know, when was To Pimp a Butterfly released? That was 2015.
I think so.
And Damn was 2017. So like using records that have come out recently, like the I don't know Lil Uzi Vert record, and shit like Drake's new records or whatever, and I listen to those and I'm like, I want to kill myself, this is so fucking boring. And I listen to Life of Pablo, you know, it's kind of refreshing and it's kind of really hilarious to hear Kanye West talk about a GoPro on his cock. And it's really refreshing to hear like actual boom bap drums and actual, you know, samples cut from old soul tracks. I really appreciated that, and the breadth of it all, none of it really sounded the same to me. It all sounded like different dynamic beats, and you know, maybe some of the flows kind of went together, and some of the, you know, the bars that kind of came out rhythmically the same. But I think this is actually a really stellar, really stellar rap record that I will definitely be listening to again.
Not at all.
What do you think?
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, I have a couple things that are fucking hilarious and kind of strange. On Waves, fucking Chris Brown and Akon are on this song in 2016. What the fuck? Why the fuck and how the fuck did you get a hold of Akon for a record in 2016? And another thing, Rihanna is also on this record. Chris Brown and Rihanna on a record. A little strange to me, because this is way after all that happened. Like, he knew.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knew. So I don't know. I fucking hate Chris Brown, but he kind of sounded good on the song. So I was like, I don't like my brain. And then the whole second half of FML with the,
I hated that.
That was really strange, wasn't it? It took me it took me a few listens to kind of like warm up to it, but I actually kind of did like it for some reason. It was really experimental and weird, and I don't know. I kind of liked it.
I enjoyed FML decently. The Weeknd did great in that part. I really enjoyed that. So I enjoyed the beginning of that song, and then it would go to that second half, and I would be like, oh.
Yeah.
Bring back Weeknd. That was good. He sounded good.
So what did you think of fucking Sampha's vocals on the last track, Saint Pablo? Like, holy fucking shit. That's some really good R&B singing, dude. My God.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have anything to say, so I enjoyed it, I guess. I usually will write down more what I don't like or what it stands out as really good. So, like, it was good. It was fine. Honestly, I think a big part of this is just that I don't like is Kanye and him and how that comes through in this. Because you said some of it was funny, but some of it's just so stupid.
Yeah.
In Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, he brags about meeting someone at Tribeca, the film festival. Like,
yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? Cool to go to Tribeca.
Yeah.
That's the lamest shit I've ever heard, and I would love to go to Tribeca.
Yeah.
In 30 hours, which was fucking god awful. There's like 3 or 4 lines about like, you said you didn't have a job, but then you're given a blowjob.
That was fucking stupid.
That doesn't make sense.
He just wanted to make a blowjob joke and didn't know how to rhyme it.
It would make sense that not having a job would lead to doing sex work. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean that what do you mean there's no jobs? You're
Yeah.
doing a job. Like, what the fuck do you think? What does that doesn't make any sense. Also, the ad lib ending of that song,
Yeah, that
stupid.
was.
Don't do that. You are a professional.
I
You
liked
can make
that. I liked
no,
that. That
you
was
can
funny.
make it was fucking stupid, and he's like, it's gonna be a bonus. All the songs that all the albums that I got bonus tracks like this is gonna be a bonus track
Yeah.
like that. It's not a bonus track. It's in the fucking middle
It's
of
in the
the
middle of the
album.
record.
It doesn't make any sense. He gets a call at the end, and it just ends for no reason. He's leaning on the fucking 30 hours, dude, the whole time. It reminded me of when I saw Gorillaz touring Humans, right? And they brought out the dudes for Sex Murder Party,
Yeah.
which is my least favorite song on that album.
Yeah.
And they just did something similar where they just ad-libbed and had the sample playing the whole time. And I wanted to die because that was not the song I needed on that record to be stretched out by 4 minutes. That's how this felt. Where it's just like, we're just gonna keep going because we're vibing, and everyone's like, the vibe is gone. It was great. If they had ended that song before the ending, it would have been good. Except for Kanye trying to sing. Don't do that.
I
That
think
was
he
rough.
sounds all right. I'm gonna give Kanye some props for trying to sing on this record. And you know
Tried and failed.
Yeah. Another thing about 30 Hours, so Andre 3000 is credited on this track, and he says, 3 Stacks is on this song, and he just does the fucking hook for the song, and he doesn't have a verse in it. And it's like, he's teasing my fucking cock, and he's not gonna let me come with the Andre 3000 freaking verse. It was bullshit. I was like, wait. You cheated me out of just making me hear Andre 3000 say 30 Hours for 4 minutes. I'm upset. But but all things considered, I listened to it again and again, and I was like, okay, I actually like this song.
No.
I really liked Facts. That was
I was about to talk about that too.
Yeah.
Because there's a Jimmy Fallon line.
Yeah, oh my god. I see the
Jimmy
roots like
Fallon,
Jimmy Fallon.
You're Kanye West. You couldn't think of anyone better than Jimmy Fallon.
No, do you know the joke though he's making with the roots joke?
Because of the roots play on Jimmy Fallon.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucking
That's
retarded.
fucking stupid.
It's kind of retarded.
Jimmy Fallon. God damn.
Oh, did you catch the Street Fighter samples on that song?
Is that where that yo comes from?
It's the perfect and the whatever other ones they had. It's from Super Street Fighter 2 or something. I was like, oh shit. I kind of like that.
I really like that.
Yeah.
And like the reverb on that made it feel really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did like that.
What was that one song where that dude is just fucking screaming? Oh, it's the one with Akon and Chris Brown. That fucking dude is just yelping on it. Did you hear that? Or am I going schizophrenic and crazy and I'm hearing this?
I don't know. Which song was it?
It's Waves.
I don't know. I didn't have anything.
It's like, so this dude is doing like these ad libs behind Kanye's verse, and every so often he'll just like scream. Listen to the track again, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and it'll ruin the entire song for you.
That's okay. I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna listen to it anyway.
I'll never listen to this album again by choice.
Oh man, that sucks.
Also, ghetto Oprah line at the end of Feedback. Stupid. Fucking stupid. I don't care for it.
Stupid but funny. It's making me giggle right now just thinking about it.
It's just, I don't know.
So when I recommended this record, what did you expect from this record?
A hip hop album. And I knew there was going to be some of the more gospel stuff that Kanye's leaned into recently, and I didn't mind that.
Actually, I really like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit weird on this record because hearing something like Low Lights, where you have this religious speech combined with I'm gonna get bleach on my t-shirt, I'm gonna feel like that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I was expecting hip hop with some gospel leaning influences, and I just got this. It's weird, and I guess if you want to break it, if you want to listen to something different, You know, I don't listen to a lot of hip hop, so I don't need it different. I'm okay with just by the numbers because that's all I don't experience it enough to need something different. But if you are looking for something different, you can check it out.
Yeah,
I think I think everyone will enjoy some part of this album. I don't think there's
that's
nothing
true. Yeah.
for ever anyone, but
hmm
I think
So
that
when when you listen to Drake, when you listen to Lil Uzi Vert, when you listen to whoever the fuck new rappers are out, would you rather listen to their new records as opposed to this one, or would you rather listen to their records?
well, I don't listen to the records. That's the thing. Is
But
I
that's
don't listen
pretty
to.
fucking by the numbers cookie cutter hip hop, right
Well, I'm
now at
I'm
least.
not saying I avoid it. I'm just saying it's just not in, you know, with I don't, you know, with quarantine and all. I'm not with around a lot of different people too much, so
Yeah,
it's mostly just me listening to my own music. I don't really listen to a lot of different music, or I'm not listening
yeah,
to other people play music so much. So
that's
it's
fair.
not that I'm actively avoiding it. It's just like that's not something me or anyone in my family listens to.
Yeah,
So I just don't hear that.
yeah.
Like I don't
So
know.
your like rap hip hop vocabulary is based around Kendrick Lamar and his discography, and
Essentially,
he
yeah.
is, oh my god, he is unbelievable in every facet. He's such an amazing fucking rapper, artist, man. It's hard to go from one of the, I'm gonna get hung for this, one of the best rappers of all time to a silly Kanye West record about dick GoPros. You know, like To Pimp a Butterfly is really, and Good Kid, Mad City for that matter, are two really, really thoughtful, really intense concept albums for like really white nerdy kids. Like they'll like it, and like everyone else will like it too. So like this record, I don't know, it's just fucking silly, and I just had a good time with it. I think that's all it came down to was while I was
Mm,
listening to it.
I think that's fair.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Fuck. Sorry, everybody. Anyways,
Well, with
yeah.
that, what are you gonna rate it then? I'm curious to see what you rate it.
So you're gonna kill me for it, but I rated it a 9 out of 10. I actually really like this record, and I'll definitely
That's
be listening
interesting.
to it again. What did you rate it? What?
I'm giving this my lowest score so far. It's a 2 out of 10.
That hurts. That
Oh,
hurts my
that's too
bones.
it's too bad, dog. And now we
Okay.
have to pull up. Let me say this, unrelated, but finding a picture of this album cover was a bitch because everyone memed the hell out of it when it
Oh
came out.
yeah.
So searching the Life of Pablo cover on Google Images
Yeah.
got me one picture of the actual cover.
Holy shit! Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, really. It is a 300 by 300, so
Damn.
fucking rip.
So I
But it,
think with the massive discrepancy in this, in our two ratings, it has happened before
yeah.
with almost every record I recommend. Um, where should we put this? Where should we put this on our tier list?
I'd be willing to put it just below Currents.
Hmm. Is that the last?
Or
No. What's on the
that
bottom?
the Diet Sig record is on the bottom. What do you wonder about me? I
Okay,
would be I would be okay putting it just above that or just above Currents.
you can put it below Currents. I'm all
Yeah,
right with that. I like Currents a lot. Currents has a special place in my teenage heart. My
so
inks,
hard.
my inks, my incel heart, exactly. My 14 to 16-year-old incel angst. Um, all right, yeah, I'm happy with that. So moving on.
Moving on.
What movie did you recommend for us to watch last week?
Movie I recommended last week, which has recently become a series on HBO, is Snowpiercer, the 2013 sci-fi action film, directed by the one and only Bong Joon-ho of Parasite acclaim. He also did Okja, if people saw that. But yeah, it's about these people on the train in the apocalypse trying to free themselves from the tyranny of capitalism. So what did you think?
Hmm. So with this
Yeah,
this movie, not this record, this was a very well done and enjoyable action flick. I don't really have a ton of complaints about it. I have a couple, but they're stupid, like technical things. But as an overall experience, I kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was really fun. It was, this fucking director, Bong Joon Ho, he has like this perfect sense of camp and where to put camp and cheesiness and like really, really stupid shit. It's like
yeah,
really, really great, and I love that. Like really cheesy one-liners or like gratuitous violence, stuff like that. It really cut the tension with its knife. There's a lot of
yeah,
very tense moments in this movie, and there's some really, really funny, either intentionally or unintentionally, moments in this movie. There's some great characters. You have the fucking guy from Parasite. I loved him
yeah,
in this movie. Oh my god, he's so great. He's just playing this doped up fucking Korean guy the whole time, and he played it really, really well into a T. And his daughter in the movie, she did a really good job as well. Chris Evans, he he did a pretty good job, but there were some moments where he's like trying to do like the badass, like, why don't I just fucking kill you? And it's like it didn't come across as well as if someone else did it, like the fucking like Bruce Willis. Like if Bruce Willis did it,
yeah.
those moments would have been great for him. But it's a pretty dynamic character, and there's a lot of facets to it, and he did a pretty good job. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's I don't know. There's not really much that I have to say about this record or fucking movie. Movie. This record, the Snowpiercer, dude, it's the best thing I've ever listened to. Oh, that's another thing that I wrote down, is that the score is kind of bland and generic, but
Yeah.
who gives a fuck? It's an action movie, $40
It
million
really
dollar
is.
action movie. So yeah, what'd you
Yeah.
think?
I mean, I enjoyed it. Like just the overall experience, like you said, it was just a good like popcorn flick.
Mm-hmm.
It did manage to have like a decent like thing it was trying to say, which was nice. I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
it's not necessarily anything super new, but it was. I thought it definitely worked well with what it was saying. I thought the campiness that you spoke of was a little bit over the top sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of the writing is just really cheesy.
Oh, definitely,
Um,
definitely.
but like I mean, I think Chris Evans was an interesting casting choice because um this movie came out what 2013. So this something that I kept thinking of, and maybe it was just Chris Evans,
Mm-hmm.
but it reminded me a lot of the fake movie that's being filmed that fake movie that Chris Evans is in Scott Pilgrim,
Oh yeah,
because he's like an action star, and like
yeah,
there's one is like you can hear two clicks, the next is me hanging up, and the other one is me shooting you or something like that.
yeah.
Like it had that kind of vibes,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it
Definitely.
was mostly because Chris Evans played the main guy,
Yeah.
and he's just not an amazing actor, so it was
Yeah.
very similar.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I still really enjoyed it. Something that was weird also with the casting was the ages for some of the people was
Yeah.
just wrong. Like when he talks about Edgar, the guy
Yeah.
who
Yeah. Yeah.
dies, right? And it's like, he was the baby, which means that kid was 17.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
No way.
Also, Chris Evans is not 34.
He's not. Well,
Like,
I could see that more than I could see that kid being 17.
no, it's like, I don't know. To me, it's like Chris Evans looks 28, Edgar looks 25. Like, they don't, he's not a generation older than him.
There's some other things, some other technical things like I was talking about. Like there's this one part where there's a really macro shot, close up shot of Chris Evans' face, like, and he has like a gash in his head, and his eyes are like purple. It looks like mascara. Like, why did they just put purple fucking paint on his eyeballs and call it a day? Like, that looked really stupid. Oh yeah, I wrote down when that lady shot Parasite guy. What's his actual name? Song Kang Ho. I was like, dude, that death was fucking stupid. That was really weak. And then I was like, oh, he's not dead. Never mind. That was another thing too. Yeah. With this movie, you never knew when the characters actually fucking died or if they didn't die. Like that.
The dude in the sauna.
Yeah. What the fuck? Who? Okay. Did I miss something with that? I don't. Who is that guy?
I don't think they really explained it. I think it was
just a guy working for him. And in the sauna, he was beating the shit out of fucking Captain America. I was like, what the fuck? He's like this really young, spry, like buff-ass dude getting beat up by this 54-year-old midlife crisis-looking ass motherfucker. Like, why are you getting beat up on by this guy?
I don't know. I thought that casting worked well. He looked exactly like someone who would hate poor people.
Definitely. Yeah, that was great. And the Wilford guy, that was great. And the fucking lady, whatever her name was.
Oh, the British lady?
Yeah, she was fucking awesome.
Dude. She was the best, worst casting.
Yeah, it was so
I
good.
hate you so much.
Yeah, I just wanted to punch her in the face, and that's exactly what the purpose of her character was. It was awesome.
She had a good death, too.
Yeah, she did.
I love that. It's like a cliche of the, like, talking and you cut him off. But
yeah.
I was like, fucking do it.
Yeah, kill her. Like the shoe monologue she has at the beginning.
Yeah.
Shoes stay on the feet. You wouldn't wear a shoe on your head. It's like, oh my god. This is hilarious.
Yeah. I did like the twist at the end too of like these working together and the kids and the little motion she does.
I actually
that part was really cool.
Yeah, that was really sick.
But some plot stuff was a little bit weird. Mm-hmm. Like the guy who loses his arm, they like freeze it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then 2 days later, they're able to walk outside. Like that guy didn't just have his arm frozen off from 7 minutes outside.
Which is weird.
Like it's interesting to show the
brutality of the cold and how actually terrible it is. And then they just walk outside.
And and they go outside. But also, along with that, I didn't write it down, but I'm just thinking of it. Mm-hmm. When because he does that and they like smash his arm off and he loses his arm.
Yeah.
And then you see that
it's cauterized and completely healed and fine like 2 days later.
Well, yeah, and then the other old man, not Wilford, I forgot his name, but he's missing like an arm and a leg, and so I assumed, I was like, oh, this dude got punished too.
Yeah.
But then there's the whole other story where he cut off his arm, and I was like, that's confusing.
It's a little
and then
strange.
Something my dad brought up, which was a really good just point from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they even let the poor people stay on the train?
That's what I was thinking about too. I was like, why, if you want this utopian society, just fucking let go of the last two fucking cars of the train. I don't understand. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's something about like, keeping the balance, but I don't understand because they would only. It seemed like they would sometimes pull from them to get into their resources of like wait staff or whatever, but not very much. Like they ran into 4 people that they knew.
It was like the kids and the chef and the violinist.
Yeah, and that was like
really
it. So I was like, this really seems like you don't need hundreds of people living in the back of the train.
Not really. Yeah, it was a little strange. Speaking of the chef guy, what the fuck was that shot and introduction of his character? They're like, someone's running, and then there's a slow motion shot of this fucking dude running towards the camera, and he just jumps and grabs onto the wheel or whatever. It's like, what the fuck? And then Cream is playing. Fucking Strange Brew by Cream. It's like, what the fuck is happening? That was, oh my god.
How do they have so many bugs? That's a lot of fucking bugs.
That's a lot of fucking bugs. Ugh.
Clean your shit, dog.
Yeah.
Gross. It took you 2 months to figure out how to make this shit.
Seriously.
Did you not clean at all? Also, when Edgar said something about these fucking bastards, it made me think of Exploited.
Yeah,
He's
because
literally
he's
like, you're a
fucking,
fucking bastard.
you're a
And I was
fucking
like,
bastard. Yeah.
"You're a fucking bastard."
Yeah. Um. So, like, the death of Edgar in that movie, it didn't really. I think it was supposed to be like this really big, like, oh no, I really like that character, but it wasn't. It didn't carry that emotional weight that I think it was supposed to have, and
Yeah.
that's why I think this show is gonna be great as a miniseries. I don't know how many episodes they are in or how far they are into the plot or anything, but I think to like flesh out the whole cannibalism thing at the beginning and like flesh out Edgar's character and Curtis's character and the fucking guy with no arm, that shit, I think that'd be worth a watch. And I think it's a that's another thing that I just really enjoyed with this movie is like, oh shit, like they tried to solve global warming or whatever and they completely fucked up and now everyone's on a train. And it's like, oh, I love that premise. It's really interesting. It's kind of thought provoking. So yeah, there's the action was pretty like well choreographed, but in terms of the whole shaky cam thing, the handy cam, it was all right in some parts, but other times is like I cannot fucking see anything that's going on. Who am I supposed to be looking at? So, and it could have been an intentional artistic choice, but I think it kind of hurt it because it's just like, holy fuck, like what the hell? What am I looking at?
Yeah, I didn't mind that so much. I thought most of the choreography and the shooting of the fight scenes was pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the ones towards the end were really good. Like the use of slow motion was a little cheesy, but it actually really worked, I think, because it seemed like impactful and when they're hitting people with the axes and everything. Oh, an observation I just had. There's one black, or I guess there's a black child male, but the only grown adult black male on this train is a sushi chef, which is very strange. It's like, why is this guy? I don't know. I don't want to get racy, but that was just something I noticed. There are some really good shots in this movie, like the one where he points at the door and it does like the whoosh, like that was super cool.
yeah.
But then there are other shots where it's like, why is this guy jumping and running in slow motion to cream? I don't understand. So there's a lot of mix and match.
I think it works as it's a popcorn movie. Like sit down, eat your popcorn, enjoy a nice action flick, go home, don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it, or else it'll ruin the movie. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that said, what you rate it?
Giving this solid 8 out of 10. I liked it.
Cool. Yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Where are we putting this in the list?
I think in the list this can go.
See, I'm thinking either above or below Swiss Army Man.
That's what I was thinking.
There.
I think below. I think overall I enjoyed Swiss Army Man more.
Yeah, and I can think about Swiss Army Man and not like it less.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know, like Snowpiercer, it's a really unique concept, but in terms of the actual content of the movie, I don't think I'm gonna remember it that much.
Yeah.
Except for the black lady screaming chicken at the beginning. Oh my god, I was rolling on the floor, fucking giggling and pissing my pants. That was so funny. She was just like, chicken, chicken, chicken. Yeah, but that's like the only part. But there's a lot of memorable moments in Swiss Army Man. But what's below Swiss Army Man?
Goodfellas. Oh man, I think it's better than Goodfellas. I'm not budging there.
It's not, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, okay?
Because I'm right, like always.
No, you're not.
I've never been wrong in my life. Even on tests, the question was wrong.
My calculator was wrong. It fucked up.
It was running on Windows 95.
Windows Vista. What's the worst version of Windows? Windows 8, I think.
I don't.
Yeah, Windows 8 was fucking
I look
trash.
like someone who knows a lot about the different versions of Windows.
Well, I don't know. I can't see you right now, you fuckhead.
You can't. You don't know how I've changed myself. And by that, I mean bleached my hair.
You did it again?
Yeah.
Your hair's gonna fall out of your freaking scalp.
Yeah, probably. But, like, that's okay.
You're gonna be bald, man. You're gonna be One Punch Man by the end of quarantine.
Dope. I kill a crab fucker.
Booty.
All right.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
What? I guess I have album next week.
Yes.
You want to know what we're listening to?
What are we listening to?
I had 2 albums in mind
Yeah.
that I wanted to do really badly. Like, honestly, it was a really hard decision
Yeah.
because I really wanted to do both of these. But after how much I hated Life of Pablo,
Yeah.
I wanted to listen to something that I would enjoy. So this is an album I've listened to, and it's in a budding genre
Uh-huh.
of Midwest emo. We're gonna listen to some Mom Jeans, and specifically Best Buds.
Oh, man.
You're gonna die.
Really? Oh, man.
Midwest emo,
Ugh.
baby.
At least it's not American football. Fuck's sake. Okay. Well, I was going to give you a bad movie this week, but I actually had a change of heart like an hour ago, and I was like, no, I actually want to watch a good movie. So we're going to watch the 2011 film starring Ryan Gosling. I almost said Reynolds. Drive.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's one I have never seen, but I've heard a lot of music from it. I'm like, oh fuck, I want to watch it.
Yeah, and we get to stare at Ryan Gosling.
I love that, man. So yeah, everybody, fucking go watch Drive. It's on Netflix. Go listen to Mom Jean's Best Buds. It's on Spotify. I'm assuming everything's on Spotify, or Apple Music, whatever you use. Yeah, fucking follow us on Instagram at onefortheother.podcast. Subscribe to YouTube channel. Leave a comment saying do you like orange juice with the pulp or without the pulp? I'm more of a pulp guy, you know. What are you, Josh? Are you a pulp guy or no pulp guy?
I don't drink that much orange juice, so I don't really care.
That's fair. You're a Sweden on this one. You're a neutral party.
Yeah, I prefer to just drink milk.
That's
like
fair. What about whole milk, 2%?
I actually grew up drinking skim, so I'm recently, since I moved out, like re-entering the world of real milk. So it's been a journey.
The journey of Josh's milk.
Journey of Josh learning what milk that is not water tastes like.
Yeah, I've been drinking 2% my whole life, and I'll have a glass of whole, and I'll want to kill myself. Ugh. But it tastes really good.
So leave a comment if the whole milk makes you want to kill yourself.
Yeah, leave a comment and leave a comment about orange juice. Listen to Mom Jeans, watch Ryan Gosling be a hot man on the TV screen for a little bit. And just do what you want. You don't have to watch the movie. You can just turn it on and just
turn it on, stare, put the mute button. Pretend he keeps reading you a love letter that you wrote to yourself in the 7th grade and keep hidden behind your mattress. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. I wouldn't do something like that. I'm not like that.
I can't write.
I can't read. I can't write. I can't eat. I can't eat. Shout out to Brian Jordan. What's his name? Alvarez.
He's on TikTok.
Of course he is. All gays are on TikTok. Josh.
It's in the contract.
It's in the gay contract or TikTok contract?
The contract you sign with the devil when you choose to be gay.
You're right. I need to brush up on my gay law. So yeah, everybody, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
See you.
Acronym.
What was the acronym?
And WDWDIINTR.
What do women... I don't know. I forgot the rest of it.
I figured it out, though.
Okay, that's good. Why is every single fucking thing... I don't understand. Dude, I got the sniffles and shit.
Sniffles?
I got the sniffles and shit, man. Oh, fuck.
Bitches call me sniffling shit because I'll be sniffling shit.
Don't be sniffling shit. That's fucking gross.
That makes me feel smoking. That was not planned.
Here, let me get some levels, you bitch.
Okay, you're gonna get some levels right now. You're gonna get some levels right now. It's really fucking gross though. Right now, you're gonna get some levels right now. Tweet time, birdie time. Thank you, Eli Manning's official Twitter. How the fuck you verify, boy?
All right, that's perfect. Boy, do you? Okay, you ready? I've been recording since we started the call.
Good. Good, I'm glad.
Why? Keep it in. It's funny.
I put the last one, I just put it at the end. It's bonus content.
That's good. Well, here you go. More bonus content for your fucking ears, you filthy, dirty, fucking greedy bastards, you. All three of you who listen to this.
All three. That makes me feel pretzel, okay?
Hey, man, I'm feeling kind of pretzel about that one. I'm feeling...
Shotty got me feeling pretzel.
I'm feeling kind of man supervillain about that one.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Wait, there's... Never mind. Why do I get so nervous every time? Fuck. I'm already recording. Why am I fucking... I'm a little too loud. I'm in the yellow zone. There we go.
Because you got that drip.
I dropped the thun. Okay.